figures as the 7 top knitters in the land prepare their needles for combat.
Hi, welcome back to Now Your Mother's Hobbies. Today's video we're going to talk about some of the stuff I picked up on my trip in the summer where I was visiting family in Japan. For starters, we've got this little Keshigomu guy. He's a little figure from the Kinnikuman manga series. These are super popular here as gacha. They came out in North America as muscle figures, and every time I go, I just love picking them up. These remind me of my childhood. They remind me of Monster in My Pocket. They remind me of course, the muscle figures they were ported over as, and I never do anything with them, but I always gotta pick them up. I always have to just go to the gacha machines, and if they have Kinnikuman figures, I gotta pick up a couple. So while I did pick up some of those, I got something altogether super cool. I found some of these retro style figures. I think these are actually retro figures. Not replicas, but actual figures that came out for the anime at the time. This would be the second arc, Kinnikuman 2. So here we have Kinnikuman with the silver mask. We have the big bad of that series, Akuma Shogun, and he's got the gold mask. That's what they were fighting over at the time, was the silver and the gold masks. Then we have my favorite. I really love this guy. This is Sunshine. He comes with Geronimo Man as a little figure in the corner, but I love Sunshine. He's my favorite Kinnikuman character. I just love his boxy design. Here's Ashura Man. He's got 6 arms. He's got a head that you can turn around, has 2 different faces on it. Pretty cool there. Next up, we have Brocken Jr. He's a German fighter, super strong. He's got a hat that can go on and hands that switch out. I think he's a character who starts as a villain, turns good kind of thing after being defeated. Then this guy, this is one of the, I guess, first bad guys for Kinnikuman. One of the first long-running ones. This is King Kotsuman, and he's got a little version of Iwao. And you can see we picked up all of them. I managed to find all of them from this series after getting them in a secondhand store. But I couldn't stop there. Seeing that there was Series 2, I had to look around and I found there's a Series 1. So I went on the used market and I got all of them that I could find, and I got the entire Series 1 line. Look at that. Lots of awesome figures from the original Kinnikuman arc, where it's like battle for the world. So we have Kinnikuman himself here in his original trunks. Then we have Ramen Man. He has an alternate head that he can swap out. We have the good old boy cowboy Terry Man. He's got a little hat that can come off, as well as this little removable vest you can take off. Just pop his arms off, pop that vest off, and then boom, he's ready to get sweaty. So pretty fun little figure there. But that's not all. We have Warman here. He's like a undead kind of cyborgy ninja guy. He's a little messed up. You can switch out his hands and his face can swap out. Then we have Buffalo Man, super big dude. You saw I have a little Keshigomu guy of him. Outside of Sunshine, he's another one of my favorites. Just a really cool, fun look. He's a big bad guy. Reminds me a little bit of like Randy Savage or something like that. Then we have Robin Mask. This is an awesome looking figure. Just super cool. I love his design. You can see inside this little bag we have some little side figures. This is that other head I was talking about for Ramen Man. Turns him into Mongol Man. These side figures are Meat Kun, or Meat Alexandria. That's the little Kinnikuman sidekick. And the referee, the announcer. I can't really remember his name now. But the little announcer guy that goes in there. Now that's not all I got. I did pick up some extra gacha from, again, secondhand stores. You can find lots of cool stuff if you're looking for a specific gacha. These are some gacha figures from Dragon Quest. They're the monsters. I thought these would be fun to paint. I'm always looking for little things to paint. I think I've mentioned before in another Japan video how it's kind of hard to find scale miniatures there. They don't really do it. They're more for model kits and stuff like that. So finding these little Dragon Quest statues was cool. And I'm hoping to paint some of those. I think that'll be fun. Maybe gifts for friends and stuff. Here is a statue of Himmel from Frieren. Soso no Frieren. This is a actual statue. That's why it's green, because it's supposed to be the statue of the hero. But I thought I'd get it because, one, it was cheaper than the color version, just $2. And I would want to paint it anyway. So I thought, 2 birds with 1 stone there. We get a cheap one. It's all one color, I'm going to spray paint it anyway. I'm not going to feel bad about ruining the miniature. Something else we got used was this interesting kind of mini Gundam kit, mini plastic kit. I thought this looked pretty cool. You had a different selection. It tells you which one it is on the outside, on the tag. So I knew exactly what I was in for. So we just open this sucker up and see what's inside. I'm not actually sure of the scales. This is going to be the first time checking kind of how big these parts are. We have the instructions here, just single page, kind of simple to put together. I don't think there's going to be articulation on this. I really think it's like a statue, but still could be fun to paint. You know, most miniatures are statues anyway. A lot of little pieces here. I wasn't expecting that. I think here, yeah, we can see a little bit of what the scale might be. That's an arm. So this might be like a little larger than 20, so maybe 32 mil for a robot. You know, obviously the legs might be bigger, but wasn't expecting it to be so small. So I think I lucked out there when it came to the scale. And then I found this came out of the box. It looks like a little gum candy. Very strange. Don't know why that's in there. Maybe a gift from the reseller. Do not know. Not gonna eat it. Don't care if that's if that's a tasty one. And yeah, so I'm thinking that this is going to be accurate to the picture on the front. We will see when I put it together. Let me know if you want to see that put together, maybe in another knitting circle, or even as a video to paint it up. Let me know what you think. I did find this. This is an expansion to some kind of role-playing board game called Drasher. It came with, you can see here, 2 metal minis. This is extremely a rare find. Little miniature scale metal minis. Super hard to find. So I saw this, and there was quite a few different ones. Ended up liking these sculpts the best, or at least what I thought they might look like the best, the designs. So we have some art cards, we have some character cards for their stats and stuff. Probably not going to use that. Probably not going to be playing Drasher. This is an expansion, character expansion. I did check it out online. It is a core box kind of deal where you have character expansions, etc. So you cannot do this standalone. But we do have some extra baubles in here, little tokens and whatnot. We'll probably keep those little stones and use those for, you know, board games or what have you. But let's get into the meat and potatoes. What we really want to see. We want to see those minis. Are they as cool as they look on the backside? And first glance, yeah, they're looking pretty cool. Let's get them out of these bags and get a closer look. All right, so here we go. We got this little bard or something, like a little musician, a magical girl bard. Looking pretty cool. I like the detail on this sculpt. Really interesting. I think that'll be fun to paint. Very slight, petite, but I think still enough surface area to get some good details going. This is super thin. Really surprised at how thin this mage's staff is. You can see it needs to be bent back into shape. But regardless, really surprised at how thin and small that detail is. And they still managed to get the injection mold for this lead mini looking fabulous. Like, really, these are solidly detailed. Next up, we have some more Kinnikuman. These were super cool to find. Never seen these before. They are little model kits that you can get. So they're gacha of more Kinnikuman figures. So like the Keshigomu you see here. But they're model kits. They are little scale model kits that you can put together, little action figures that you can put together, and of course, paint if you want to. You can see this one here is Ramen Man. Again, we have another Ramen Man. I think this is a duplicate, this red one, because I have a whole lot of... I got really lucky, got a whole lot of Ramen Men. But I tried to get all of them. There was 2 series that were going on at the time, and yeah, you can see my big stack here, just tons and tons of these guys. I was trying to get all that I could. I ended up giving a bunch as gifts to some friends, because I thought, you know what, they might want some cool gacha, a cool activity, they can put them together. But I want to show you those series. So they did series 1, I think was 2 years ago. The prices on there are crazy. Also found that little walrus man. Get out of here. He was in the bag as well. But you can see what these look like, really fully articulated, really. Their wrists turn, their elbows move, their shoulders really move good. We have all these good selection. We have Kinnikuman, Shin Kinnikuman, Buffalo Man, War Man, and then here we have another Kinnikuman with like training shirt. We have, I can't remember his name. I want to say like Wild Man. We have Ramen Man, and I think Kevin Mask, or another masked character. He had a broken mask, so it might not be Robin Mask, might not be Kevin Mask. But those were super awesome. Really rare find, or interesting find. Maybe not rare because it was a gacha, but still. I also got this book. I love Delicious in Dungeon. I've been enjoying it on Netflix. I think it's super fun, super awesome. Mata-chan isn't really into fantasy, but watching this series and how they do their story, she really got into it. It's kind of slice of life, not so much action. The lore is kind of drip fed, the pacing. So she's really liked it. We've really gotten into it. And the artist had an art book, and that's what I picked up. I picked up her art book. Super cool. Really digging it. Can't wait to get more into reading the manga, maybe once season 2 is out and released and over with. But next up, we have this Record of Lotus War card game. I think it's like a trump game. It's number based. I have yet to check out and translate the rules, but it is a little adventure card game with super cute chibi art. Now, I love Lotus War. I love Lotus Senki, and seeing anything that is Lotus Senki like gets me hype. So when Maru-chan saw this in a closed cabinet and pointed it out to me like, you gotta get this, you gotta check this out, what is it? Couldn't resist. And it was super cheap too, for something that I would think is quite rare or unique. Lots of cool stuff inside here. We have one-page rules, double-sided, lots of good art, and I think, once I get that translated, maybe some good examples. They have lots of nice little diagrams on there for rules of play. So looking forward to getting into that. But yeah, seeing this got me so hype. It's very rare that I'm able to find anything that's classic Record of Lotus War. And so finding that was super fun. I was cheesing hard off of it, ear to ear. So we have all this cute chibi art. These character cards, I think these would be maybe your boss cards, like your story cards. Maybe these are even your player cards. I have a hard time believing they would be your player cards, so I'm not quite sure what the oversized cards are for. Again, got to translate those rules, but we have these oversized cards with the chibi art all over it, looking rad. Even our Demon King of Marmo friend there, looking rad, looking cute. Then we have some, I think these are mission cards. So there's two types of cards, one being like a Trump style. We also have Carla in an oddly oversized but small card. Again, not really sure. Got to go over the rules, got to check it out, but she seems to have a different card than everything else. So a special card there. But yeah, there's two types of cards we have here. These green-backed ones that have, I think, mechanics, maybe counters and items and buffs, as well as character cards and monsters that are number-based, I think, for power. You can see they have an element up in the corner as well. Maybe that is whose army they go with, towards the large character cards, because those also had like an element to go with them, or maybe a faction sign. We have these tiny little dice in the corner that I just couldn't get out, but they're the smallest little baby dice ever. Then we have these, I think these would be scenario cards or mission cards. That is what I would think, like you have to challenge them, and there's a power level next to them. I think you have to overcome the obstacle. We will see. If you guys want an update on how to play this, or my thoughts on playing it later, if I can get around to that, let me know what you think, and maybe I'll get that going. A little interesting sneak back into the past of a rare and strange retro card game find, and we can go over that. I don't know who else wants to know how to play this card game, what they're going to get out of it, but hey, if you want to, let me know. But that is that, outside of some keychains, trinkets, and personal gifts for friends that I cannot show you, will not show you. I have to keep my secrets. That is it for my cool swag haul. All the things that I found this summer or was interested in. It's kind of hard sometimes. Maruchan sometimes wonders if I'm having fun when I pass up that good deal or like that cool piece of merch from the manga or the anime we're currently watching or what have you. But hey, maybe I'm just a little picky. I gotta get the things I gotta get. And this time, hey, I lucked out. I got a lot of really cool stuff that I was super thrilled with, that I thought were crazy, fun, unique finds. And I hope you did too. So with that, we're gonna wrap up this little knitting circle. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you liked seeing what we had going on. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, liking, talking, being part of the community. Big thanks to the patrons and their support over there as well. It's real fun in the Discord when we get conversations going. Not all the time. We only have a couple people in there, but when we do, it is real nice. And I thank you all for being there and being part of this adventure with me. Lastly, if you like gaming content, check out my Twitch. We're playing Resident Evil 4 Remake and some other spooky stuff for the holiday Halloween season. It is October Spooky Month, so check that out if you're at all interested. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next painting video. Bye-bye!